Hello everyone, how you doing this morning? I decided instead of making this video in my room, I wanted to take it on my way to work, which you can see is kind of early in the morning. People are still leaving. It's about 9:30 here. But what I wanted to talk about was, originally I was going to talk about, money and what it's got us so far. But I decided I'm going to put that off to next week. And instead, I'm going to focus on another topic that I didn't really consider until just recently. And it's about movement. I'm now in my car, a form of transportation to get to work. This is another form of movement, but it's not one that I'm talking about. Today, I wanted to focus on, movement as in progression. What it means to move throughout your life. What it means to work towards something, or just overall live and enjoy life. It was very hard of a concept for me to understand until someone showed it to me like this. I enjoy math. I'm a very, logical person, so this concept was very easy for me to understand. And they explained it to me like this. There's two kinds of people in the world. There's the linear and exponential. So if you put that on a graph and you know what you're talking about, then you'll understand this. For most people, they're linear. They don't progress to anything. They just live their lives the same way as always, so they're not moving. So in a way, they're just going on the same linear path. They're not moving towards anything. But people who live an exponential life will not move in one direction, but move towards something else. And thus making their lives much more dynamic and much better. And in a way, this got me to think about people's personal growth. And then it clicked to me how most people do everything day in and day out, same as they've always done it. And that's troublesome to me. Because when I thought of this new way, this new perspective, it made me realize that we need to be more exponential. How we need to move towards something, how we need to grow in our life, and movement equals growth. Us moving in our lives on a personal level grows us to be hopefully a better person. Not just on the inside, but on the outside. Your life becomes much more dynamic and meaningful, becomes that much more important the more you move in your life. And, you'll hear sayings and stuff online, or like, if you don't have ups and downs in your life, that means you're dead. Well, in a sense, you are dead, because you're not living your life. And when I heard this, it blew me away. Because you hear it, but you don't fully understand it. Like, I believe that there's always that something that will help you understand, whatever it is that you aren't getting. You can know it, but you don't understand it. And that's what's difficult for a lot of people to get, is that everyone says, you're alive, enjoy it, but yet they'll continue doing the same thing. They're not enjoying their lives, so they don't understand what they claim to know. And this makes it very, counterintuitive. How are you supposed to know how to grow if everyone around you is stagnant? They don't move. Movement equals progression. Progression equals growth, and growth equals life, happiness, enjoyment, fulfillment. So it can be taken on a not so deep level as well. You'll never truly amount to a lot by pure luck. You have to move towards it. You have to move towards something in order to get close to it. You have to move towards it to increase your chances, to grow your chances of being successful at it. or successful in attaining your goal. But without movement, without that progression in your life, you won't be able to do anything. You know? And it was very interesting to me recently because there was a Vsauce video about it, and it explained how we, by nature, think exponentially. And he explained it like this. If you told someone to pick a number between 1 and 9 that's the middle, odds are they'll pick 5. However, if you go to somebody who doesn't have our modern linear way of understanding numbers, they'll pick 3 most often. And the reason for that is because they're not thinking linearly. They're thinking exponentially. Because on an exponential scale, 3 is in the middle of 1 and 9. Because 1 times 3 is 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. And so, if this is true, then even by nature, we're supposed to be exponential. And so living this linear lifestyle is killing us. We're not full of life like we're supposed to be. We're not being vibrant like we are supposed to be. We're playing dead. And that's no way to live life. Now, this is, of course, just my personal opinion, but I felt it was one necessary for this video. So, until you fully understand these concepts in your life, I don't know how else to tell you, just try to live it, even if you don't get it. Move towards these things and have your own experience. Stay chatty, my friends. Peace.